All right, what's going on here? I thought I'd make another video here. I'm gonna be cooking tonight here. All right, I'm working a graveyard shift, coming in as a special to try to build up my hours here because I'm gonna be going out of town here. Gonna have some family time next week. So let's talk about Brittany Fortendale. Okay, some of you guys hadn't heard from the story. Some of y'all hadn't. Okay, that this is a teacher out there in Indiana. That this woman has got 29 counts of charges like, let's see here, the delinquency of a minor, molestation of a minor, providing like sexual info or sexual information. Okay, I was just reading that charge out to a minor, and like an exploitation. All right, sex exploitation of a minor. Okay, 29 charges. So these are access of 6 boys between like 13 and 16 years old. Okay, that this woman was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like in a SA manner. These are SA charges. Okay, because these are with minors. So I understand from the molestation charges, just the 6 charges, that these are 20 to 40 years per charge. Okay, so she's looking at life just for that. All right, so in the end, she's probably looking at 6 life terms or 4 life terms. Okay, we're gonna leave here in a few minutes. You know, a couple of things I want to let y'all know. And I just did a video here about Stephanie Dial, and it's another sister, Miss Thomas. These are 2 ladies that her husbands often at a conjugal visit in a Northern California State prison. Okay, it's 2 different types of cases, but I wanted to bring that case up and make a comparison with this particular case with Miss Fortendale. Okay, because just like these women, they marry these guys, you know, in prison for control. All right, and some of them be at home doing the most. Okay, some of these women, okay, like these teachers, like Miss Fortendale, okay, that get with these young boys for control. All right, where whatever alternative lifestyle, and I don't condone it and things like that. Okay, but particularly like if you are a Bible-toting person. Okay, but it's a control thing. And see where it end up, look where it end up getting you. Could end up getting you hurt, could end up getting you killed, could end up getting you locked up. You know? So, but we're gonna talk about Brittany Fortendale here. Okay, because all that hard work she done put in as a teacher to go through all the licensure, all the education and things like that, and her career is pretty much the shambles, and she's going to end up getting locked up, and she will get locked up. And you know the bad thing about it is, this is a married woman, okay, and her husband had knowledge about this. And check this out. The school system, okay, whatever city it is in Indiana or whatever town that is, knew about this past that she had, because she's been dealt with for issues like this before, and they still allow her to teach. Okay, so some of that onus needs to be on that whatever particular school district. I'm not going to even say respective or whatever. I'll have a hard time trying to say that. Okay, with that, all the people that, and I think that I'll be willing to bet her and her husband, they were probably swingers. Okay, where I don't know, you know, to each his own. where they could have done that if they chose to anybody that was of age, you know. But that's like a bad influence on children. And now those children, those boys are going to end up being messed up for life, psychologically. And it's going to take a lot of unraveling to get them boys right again, if they end up getting right, you know. But that's some old country backwoods stuff, okay? You know, I want to say one more thing in closing. As I was looking through that article about that, I saw it on Law Crime Network. Stuff like this happens all over the country every year, okay? And probably almost every school district here in the country. I probably saw access of maybe 10 or 15 incidents like that this year, okay? And yeah, many of them are women. There was some that are men, but don't get it twisted. They be locking some of these women up though. But the only thing is, I think that the mainstream media, they don't cover it, or they don't exploit it like they would a man. But I think that they will, with the pressure of social media, to kind of somewhat try to even out the playing field and things like that. But some of these women be cutting up, all right, in terms of sexual misconduct, okay? There's a lot of female Diddy's out there, or other guys like him, okay? Oh, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And there are going to be more to come, okay? More cases like this. They're going to have, here in Clark County, there's a case like that every year. And I've been out here for 17 years in the school district, okay, where they could have had anybody else, this faculty or whatever, during the Clark County school district here, which is the greater Las Vegas area, where they could have had anybody else, you know, single, I hope, okay, to deal with, even the universities. I don't recommend it as a woman or whatever, if you guys already got somebody to do that, all right? And it is what it is, but, you know, as a man, I think that it's so, you know, like, women is a beautiful thing, but there need to be some type of order to it, okay? But with minors, that's definitely not the way, but particularly like a lot of these laws in place to protect the children. What if it's your child, okay? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want your child to go through this, like Miss Fortendale or anybody else or whatever in your particular school district. Something to think about. Let me know what you think about the video here. I'm out. Cash App $Winston Spivey if you're willing to donate.